Hello, today I want to share this book. I just want to share I finished it finally, and this book named The Girl Who Drank the Moon. I just introduced it last time, and here. I just choose some sessions I liked share with you. And in the chapter 45, and here I will read it. Maybe you can understand the whole story. So I just explain some for the first section. In the place you can see the beginning. There are three. It should be three places. First one is protectorate, and the second one is free cities. And between protectorate and the free city is a huge swamp. So when the most stories just explain what happened in the protectorate, and then first is the day something is very terrible. Is they must just send their youngest baby to a witch. Maybe the witch, maybe they totally don't know who, and they even don't know if he exists, if she exists or not. So but they just think someone say if they sacrifice a youngest baby, then the witch won't be attack them. So every year will be a day of sacrifice in the protectorate. Then the main character is the witch. The name is San. Then you can see the swan monster with her name called Gurk, and the perfectly tiny dragon. The name is Variant, and then she just became enormous dragon finally. I think the story will be you can read it in chapter 45. Okay, so or 46. I'm not sure. So then the girl drank the moonlight. Her name is Luna, and Adara is the mad woman. She is Luna's mother. And then Glen Elder Gurnand, he is the most grand elder in protectorate. So Anton is Gurnand's nephew, and Athai is Anton's wife. Then their son named Lucan. The bad guy is sister Inasha, who is sorrow eater, or she has had a tiger's heart, so she always is hungered to sorrow. With someone's sorrow, just she will be hunger for it. and so you always have proud. When the night. Okay, so let me just read chapter 45. Chapter 45. Here. It's a page 361. Sister Inasha said, "How could you? The protectorate looks to you as a voice of reason and learning." Then he faltered. "My baby is facing the ropes. My son, and Effie, whom you cared for as a daughter, it will break her spirit." Sister Ignatia frayed her nostrils, and her brow darkened. "Do not say that ingrate's name in my presence. After all I did for her, there is a part of her that is still human," the mad woman whispered in Luna's ear. She put her hand on Luna's shoulder, and something inside Luna surged. It was all she could do to keep her feet on the ground. "I have heard her in the tower. She walks in her sleep, murmuring something that she lost. She sobs, she weeps, she growls. When she wakes, she has no memory of it. It is walled off inside her." This Luna knew a bit about. She turned her attention to the memories sealed inside the sorrow eater, then hopped forward. "The babies didn't die, you know," the old woman said. A mischievous grin curving across her wide mouth. The stranger scoffed. "Don't be ridiculous. Of course they did. They starved, or they died for thirst. Wild animals ate them. Sooner or later, that was the point." Then took another step forward. She peered into the tall woman's eyes, as though looking into a long, dark tunnel in the face of a rock. She squinted. "You are wrong. You couldn't see through the fog of sorrow you created, just as I had difficulty looking in. You couldn't see it out. All these years I've been traipsing right up to your door, and you had no idea. Isn't that funny?" "It's nothing of the kind," the stranger said with a deep-throated growl. "It's only ridiculous if you came near. I would know." No, dear lady, you didn't. Just as you don't know what happened to the babies. Every year I came to the edge of that sad place. Every year I carried a child with me across the forest to the free cities, and there I placed the child with the loving family, and to my shame, its original family sorrowed needlessly. And you feed on that sorrow. You will not feed on Anton's sorrow or Effie's. Their baby will live with his parents, and he will grow and thrive. Indeed, while you have been prowling around the forest, your little sorrow fog was already lifted. The protectorate now knows what it is to be free. Sister Ignatia paled. Lies, she said. But she stumbled and struggled to right herself. What's happening? She gasped. Luna narrowed her eyes. The stranger had depleted almost all but the last remnants of her magic. Luna looked deeper, and there, in a space where the Sallow Eater's heart should have been, was a tiny sphere, hard, shiny, and cold, a pearl over the ears. She had walled off her heart again and again, making it smooth and bright and unfailing, and she likely had hid other things in there as well. Memories, hope, love, the weight of human emotion. Luna focused the keenness of her eye boring inward, piecing the shine of the pearl. The Sallow Eater pressed her hands to her head. Someone is taking my magic. Is it you, old woman? What magic? The mad woman said, stepping next to Zan, curling her arm around the old woman to keep her upright, and giving Sister Ignatia a hard look. I didn't see any magic. They turned to Zan. She makes things up, you know. Hush, you imbecile. You have no idea what you are talking about. The stranger wobbled, as though her legs had been suddenly turned to dough. Every night when I was a girl in the castle, Zan said, you came to feed on the sallow-legged steps under my door. Every night in the tower, the madwoman said, you went from cell to cell, looking for sorrow, and when I learned to bottle my mind up, to lock it away, you would snore and howl. You are lying, the Sallow Eater croaked. But they wouldn't. Luna could see the awful hunger of the Sallow Eater. She could see her, even now, desperately looking for the tiniest bit of sorrow, anything to fill the dark void inside her. You don't know a single thing about me. But Luna did. In her mind's eye, Luna could see the pearly heart of the Sallow Eater floating in the air between them. And then next, it had been hidden away for so long that Luna suspected the Sallow Eater had forgotten it was even there. She turned it around and around, looking for chinks and the crevices. There was a memory here, a beloved person, a loss, a thread of hope, a bit of despair. How many feelings can one heart hold? She looked at her grandmother, at her mother, at the man protecting his family. Infinite, Luna thought. The way, the universe is infinite. It is light and dark and endless motion. It is space and time, and space within space, and time within time. And she knew there is no limit to what the heart can carry. It's awful to be cut off from your own memories. Nora thought. If I know anything, I know that now. Here, let me help you. Nora concentrated. The pearl cracked. The pearl cracked. The sallow eater's eyes went terribly wide. Some of us, Sam said, choose stuff over power. Indeed, most of us do. Nora pressed her attention into the crack. With a flick of her left wrist, she forced it open, and sallow rushed out. Oh, the sallow eater said, pressing her hands to her chest. You! Came a voice from above. Nora looked up and felt a scream erupt in her throat. She saw an enormous dragon hovering just overhead. It soared in a spiral, pulling closer and closer to the middle. It erupted fire into the sky. It looked familiar somehow. Viren? Okay, so that's today's my practice for the pronunciation, English pronunciation. So I'm happy I finished this book. And here this book is thick. You can just borrow it from your local library. So then the author is named Kelly Bonhyo. Okay, thank you.